Hello, hello. Glad to hear it, Zemum. Give me 1 second and I can show my screen. Alrighty. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Ooh, also, while I'm here, I saw this, but then forgot to change it. My chat box over there is a little bit, like the right side's a little bit slightly cut off, so let me do some live editing real fast. God, resizing things. OBS likes to snap you know, when you're like resizing elements, it'll give you a helping hand and like, you know, snap around. It's never snapping to like the right areas. But hey, that works. And while I'm here, move the globe over. Yeah, good to go. Well, I haven't even decided exactly what chunk I'm gonna be mining, so I still got a little bit of a expedition to do. And of course, I am very close to spawn. Gonna be doing things, you know, dumb things for shits and giggles. Might as well do it at the spawn of 2B. Not everything needs to be a million miles away, hidden, you know, in the deep depths of obscurity. Yeah, a lot of ocean. Over here, might do free crystal. Is that a wither? Yes, it is. Oh, elsewhere. That's the one thing, I just don't feel like bothering with withers. Easy kill. I'd also be more than happy to just ignore them completely. Around here could do. Almost forgot. Yeah. Alert sent out. Let me not leak my location. I'm gonna do the easy thing and I'll just highlight the corners of my chunk. And then show my screen. Oh. Threw off skeleton. I'm trying to do work here. Okay. Oh. Everything within these E-chests here. Gotta go. Also, starting off immediately, the tinderbox works. Gonna say, ooh, there's somebody off. I don't have an axe. Come here. He's still lurking around. Make sure these go down. Okay. Fine. Get an axe. In there. On fire. Actually, like, help me out here. Ugh. Fire spreading on Minecraft is just such a troll. Like, oh, you're trying to, you know, build a tiny little fireplace.
He is now following.
Thank you, thank you. You're trying to build a little tiny fireplace in your wooden home. Whoop, you're gonna mess something up. Fire's gonna magically spread and ignite everything in 0.1 seconds. Oh, you're actually trying to burn things down? You want to take out the forest? No, 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 no. It's just going out right in front of me, man. Unspread. Do something. Burn. It's right here. Do I have anything on that shouldn't be on? Don't think so. My auto tool was just being a little bit weird. What a pain. A more kill all. That is I. Struggling with Minecraft fire mechanics. Okay. Oh wait. I'm dumb. It was there. Yeah, I could have been doing so much other things for this stream, but I kind of just wanted to turn my brain off for a bit. No complicated builds. There's like no chance of me getting stream sniped here, even though I'm, you know, what, within 10k. Just gonna have a nice all mining stream. Okay. See what I'd be doing, like 2 at a time. Do that. By the way.
All the Dominatoralice used to resubscribe for 2 months.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support. Also, I still have my cart here, but it's basically dead and gross, so unfortunately no sub blinkers for me today. I don't need name tags, honestly. That's just gonna be in the way. Oh yeah, no sub blinkers, but I do have this very mediocre beer. Cheers and thank you again. Delightfully mid. Taco Bell. I live like I mean, to be fair, I feel like a probably considerable percentage of like the American population lives very, very close to a Taco Bell. I think it's just not really in my my rotation of like restaurants. Don't necessarily have bad things against Taco Bell. Liked it the times I have gone, but I just like don't go there. But that's also maybe just a perk of being a Floridian. If I want Mexican food, I don't need Taco Bell. We have many options that are just straight up better. Yeah, I'm a lazy person when it comes to eating out, though. I feel like at this point, if I'm not cooking for myself, probably just like going to Wawa. Hard to beat. Just like cheap, you know, sub sandwiches at like any hour of any day. But I also just sort of live in like a food, what do they call it, like a food desert. Like, if you're gonna actually go to a grocery store, you know, there's plenty of food options near me. If you're actually trying to eat out, everything is either just like junk fast food, really, really expensive. So there's just like no like middle ground. But way back when I was still in college, oh hallelujah. I need to move back to a city just because of like the options. You know, it's midnight, past midnight. Like it could be 2 or 3 a.m. and you're like, I need food now, and there's gonna be a place like 5 minutes away. Hello, Kalman? Yes, Kalman. I feel like I'm going blind. I need to change my fonts. Sometimes I can't tell if it's an I or an L. I've played Minecraft once. If you've only played Minecraft a singular time, my stream is probably going to be confusing. Not even, you know, I'm not doing anything complicated in the Minecraft wise, but 2B2T, that would be like your first time having spicy food and you try like having a habanero. Some people could probably do it, but whoo-wee. Also, I gotta get that sign. I feel like I need to, those sign redeems are some of actually by some of, it might be the only redemptions I have that don't make noise. Because to be fair, it's like it's a wooden sign. What? I just have to find some like weird, completely unrelated sound effect. Yeah, I already got wood on me. Ugh. Get out of here, man. This is my land. Overprotective about a hole in the ground. Yeah. Apologies. Before I type anything, I gotta do the warning. I've got too many things on my overlay. This is I type anything, it's probably gonna make at least one thing pop up. I'll throw a... There we go. And I have my sign on no render. So as soon as I place this sign too, it's gonna be gone. But hey, I did it. There's the proof. It's like I was actually out there. Yeah, but I feel like I've been hearing a lot of that. Pretty sure there's still something at the... There's still like a Morningstar kit that's been sitting around from when like the first week that Morningstar was founded, and he just never came and picked it up. Yo, get alive. I'll try. I'll really try. Those words of encouragement is exactly what I needed. I was gonna just like wither away playing Minecraft for several more years, but those 3 words, that's what I needed. Well, probably should have like looked up beforehand how long this would actually take me, but I just, you know, decided to go for it. This could take me several hours. I mean, it's going to, but why I grief the mammoth? I did not grief the mammoth. I don't know who did, but I was the one who built it. I don't need to, you know, inside man it. That's the thing, it's 2v2t, you don't need to be doing conspiracy level, like, this guy built something and then he also destroyed it for the cloud. It's like, nah, it's 2v2t. You leave anything towards spawn for long enough, it's gonna just get destroyed. Hey Luke, what's the next project? I got a few, so don't want to get into too many specifics, but I did a poll a while ago on YouTube that was asking where I should do my next build. And a lot of people wanted it to be in the end, which I'm all for. Anything you build, I have to be fair, not built in the end, since they, you know, 2B's been really weirdly changed. Now they have phantoms spawning in the end for some reason. So I don't know if it's like actually a pleasant time building there anymore, but I'm gonna try. What does the end look like? On 2B, at least at the when you first go into the end, it kind of looks like 2B spawn. It's, you know, you're in the void, so the sky is black, but there's still just like lava casts everywhere, and you know, probably a lot of obsidian and end crystals kind of thing. But as soon as you start going out a couple thousand blocks in the end, it clears up. There's still not going to be a loot because, you know, people have been like desperate for elytras in the past. So if you're like, oh yeah, I want to go to the end to loot up, good luck still, but you fly just a little bit and it's still visually looking pretty untouched. Hey Star. Howdy doody. Super hard to start. It can be, but it just depends on how you approach it, because if you're thinking about 2B2T like, oh, I need to play this like how I would be playing a vanilla server. So yeah, oh, you want an elytra? Oh, I'm gonna go to the end and go to the end cities. You're not gonna have a fun time. It's the kind of thing where you don't need to be buying from shops or like begging people from items, but at the end of the day, the fastest way to obtain items on 2B2T is going to be through other players, because, you know, that's 2B. Older players have established dupe stashes. You obviously do not. So it's the kind of thing where, you know, when you're new to the server, one shulker of elytras is like a treasure trove to you. It would, you know, for many new players, basically, yeah, one shulker of elytras is good enough for their entire time on the server. But to somebody who has dubs of elytra, a shulker doesn't mean anything. I was doing side quests. Oh, you know what I just realized? And I'm... Shit. I was not recording with replay mod, or not replay mod, flashback. Shit. Well, I think I might restart my little hole, like, a couple hundred blocks away. Literally spent the first week just walking around the spawn region and just found people's left behind loot. Yeah, exactly. You know, you can go, and for your first time gearing up, go build some villager trader hall and, you know, literally enchant up your own gear. Or you find one left behind shulker that's half full at spawn and you're set. So yeah, again, doesn't need to be you're literally like begging from other players, but it's still gonna be using other players as a source of items is probably the fastest way to get damn near anything. Yo, more obsidian sky art. I don't even know what this one is. Well, scrap it, do it again. Good thing I realized after like 20 minutes. Hundreds of thousands away? No, not even. Right now I am approaching 10,000 blocks from spawn. So still very, very close. But, you know, if you're wanting other people's like leftover belongings, even 10,000 blocks is like too far away. You might need to be going just 1,000, 2,000 within the literal spawn area of 2B2T, because just, yeah, anywhere else is just gonna be completely empty. Howdy, howdy, Apple. Oop. Little free base? Dude, good. If you're talking the Loot Lord's destruction, love to see it. But Apple, didn't you read? It was just a decoy base, man. Yep, Loot Lords are out. 75 dubs. And somebody had the gall to, like, claim that it was a decoy base.
YS used to subscribe for awesome months.
What the fuck did he... What? That was not saying hi. That was... Like, What was that? Yeah, dude, Apple's a next level hunter. He knows all the strats. Like, it was a month-old stash, and you know, he knows how to hunt. I also loved to seeing some of the people who were upset in the Hunters Union being like, "Oh, you didn't actually hunt this." All right. And okay. Over here. Okay, come on, give me some non-obsidian sky crap. I don't want to actually be able to see what I build on the mini-map. Pick of the DMs, I'm pretty sure. Unless there was like some other, you know, new interesting stuff circulating in, you know, just like 2 or 3 hours. I think I saw it all. Oh. Little spawn base. Do it here. Just build it in the middle of the farm. Base grief when? As in another? I have no idea. Unfortunately, you don't really get to decide when... I mean, you do literally decide when the griefs happen, but you don't decide when the opportunities to grief present themselves. So, from now on, I'm pretty sure, like, every... Like, you know, there was a point where there was a bit more of a group motivation for any big old grief. There's simultaneously, like, let's make sure we steal any loot from them. Now it's just like, it's me and Kill It just, like, blowing stuff up. We don't care about the loot, so we don't have to be as delicate with the streams. New info, Captain Copen in the last hour. Well, that'll have to wait and see. Okay, also let me hide my screen. Don't want to be doing any leaksies. Okay. Block, and good to go. Oh wait, after I do that. Posting Kill It server. I need it. What a great friend I am. I'm not even in the Kill It server. I've just been like slacking period when it comes to like the Discord 2B game. There's too many Discords. I hate getting pings. I don't care. Yeah, and I don't even have one. Realistically, I like should make one at a certain point because it's like, as a streamer, it's literally about, you know, like helping community engagement at a certain point. But that also means I gotta like moderate a server. Do I have you added? Probably not, but I'll just join it later. I'm in no rush. If it's interesting enough, it'll trickle back to me anyhow. Anyways, let me carve this land out here. Oh yeah, it's. I saw the images of the signs from like just over a month ago. So. Genuine beef with oh, genuine beef. Captain is not a good person. He is not a safe streamer. And he is, you know, at a glance might seem alright, but he's just generally a dick. So, you know, when it comes to the 2B world, I don't really care too much about what groups people are part of. Most groups, I don't really know much about, even. Because I just, like, don't care too much about that side of things. I'm a former loot lord. Fuck the loot lords. I saw that. Our insiders got so bored they quit. Yeah, that was sort of happening when we were insiding them as well, under the Goodfellas time. We eventually just started to field up fuck ads. I'll wait. Motivation to sub, wink wink, cough cough. Gotta be a sellout. It's not even worth it to inside. Well, now, yeah, certainly not. I did it again.
Alert. The time.
I forgot.
Is now 4:20.
I hate. You guys are distracting me too much. I hate being successful. I didn't hit start record. That's it. They wouldn't build at their bases for so long. I just name dropped every base they had just to fuck with them. I mean, I kind of can't shit talk in that regard because I am so, like, very in the moment when it comes to my building momentum. I am either, like, at a base for a week straight, or I have, like, it's just no motivation, and you'll be lucky if I'm there once a week. Yeah. It takes Eads Blinker real quick while I take a look at the chunk. It's gonna be where I actually record and don't be stupid. Start record. Okay. Now, actually done it. Game beef is good. I love it. Well, that's the thing. It's not. Yeah, I got my private life leaked and a large group tried to blackmail me. Yeah. See, that's the thing. If I would be all for some, like, fun in-game rivalry kind of things, but yeah, it gets taken out of the game because that's 2B, and in the same vein, fuck the loot lords. Captain has no regard for his former friends and would just like drop people's personal identifying information live on stream. So yeah, fuck him. Happy he got zeroed. And I hope he stays away from 2B. Actually, take this. Empty and out of battery. Double trouble. Get away from me. The FBI has my prints. That dude, that doesn't mean you're hard. That means you're a bad criminal. That's not something you should be bragging about. Got caught, bro. That's the thing. Captain's not gonna get his shit together, which is why I'm not gonna bother trying to even distantly socialize with him, and I'm going to instead continue to just warn people from, you know, joining his social circle within 2B. He asked me to show a band, and I showed a band, then he banned me. Huh? See, I had the pleasure of not being banned because I got sick of his shit and left. So, yeah, anytime people are like posting these like drama-y things about coming out of the Loot Lords Discord, I just get to sit back and be like, sweet relaxation. Peaceful times on the Kilgore Seas. Came back to fuck with them. We were Loot Lords at the same time, no. Maybe? Summer last year? No, I was at, it was like Christmas. Like December, January. Ooh. I need more music. Where is... Hey, there's my newer music. Could be like lighting this up, but nah. Or the 2B2T diss track? I want to say yes, but I also want to say no, because I feel like anything that's like come out of the 2B community musically has been like horrific. All-Star, we do... Shocker, we don't like the Loot Lords. If you aren't a Loot Lord, I'm sure you can't actually come around, but... You're just out with everyone. Which people like to do, but unfortunately that's not how being social goes, because if you're chill with everybody, you're gonna be chill with people who aren't chill with other people. So Rated PG-13. Again, 2B dramas, most of the drama is pretty lame. It's either something that's like, it could have come from like a high school, like, theater class. It's just like really dumb, young drama. Or it's like doxing and it's like people committing federal crimes. English or Spanish? Entiendo un pequeño español, pero mi cabeza es muy pequeño. Soy americano. ¿Dónde está la leche? Yeah, that's why I'm still wearing the mask. Plus, at a certain degree, being like masked up in some way, I feel like it's kind of also good for your brand. It just entices people in, but in the case of 2B, it has its benefits. Because thankfully, I'm like kind of a ghost on the internet. There's almost nothing out there about me, but it's another unfortunate fact of being an American is that there's so much information out there that's just public information because of like voter registration. So yeah, like if somebody did have my name, oh my god, they could get like so much detail about my life. I saw your eyebrows, see you at Walmart. I haven't even... The last time I was at a Walmart was... Generally, you think kind of like horror stories about Walmart. I went there when any store would have been a horror story because I last went to a Walmart like the day before a hurricane, like severe hurricane hit. So I'm just like trying to buy bread and it was like, oh, you want bread? We got Hawaiian rolls. Hello, Jay. Unfortunately, I do not know any German. I know all of like 3 Russian words. Ew. I like Hawaiian rolls, but also if you're like when a hurricane's about to hit town, you're more thinking like, I need survival food for like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. In which case, Hawaiian rolls. Also, how many kill core points you need for mask off? Never. And by never, realistically, if I ever do take the mask off, it's gonna be like because I've hit like 1 million subscribers or something. And then it's less about, oh yeah, I've hit 1 million, here's a reward, and more it's just like, YouTube will be my career at that point. I will have not as nearly as much to lose if I start showing my face and then my YouTube career goes into the toilet. Is a dead mammoth gonna live? I mean, depends on your definition of live. Because it is definitely sitting there underneath the, ton of cobblestone. Mammoth is destroyed. In a way. Texas rolls are the rolls in your great-grandpa's World War II bunker. I might have to look up Texas rolls. I don't know if I would know what a Texas roll is off the top of my head. What is the mask? Yeah, it's literally like the Jim Carrey, like, I'm actually a completely different person when I'm like just walking around maskless. I put on the balaclava and smoking. I'll see. Hold on, quick. Texas rolls. Oh, just like those. I feel like there's just like too many names for different kinds of bread. Like, I've definitely had these, but I don't know if I've ever, like, anyone in my family has ever called them a Texas roll. Build a skeleton of a different prehistoric animal. You're already kind of on the right track, because I've got like a huge laundry list of potential build ideas. There's definitely some other skeletons amongst there. Texas Roadhouse? Well, fortunately, I've never been.
When I first experienced the world of electronic
Again, I just live in the South, period. You don't really need to have, like, barbecue chains. It's just,
so connected on this
there is real Southern barbecue.
and connection to the music.
I think the most chainiest... I don't know what's bigger, of probably either Famous Dave's or like Mission Barbecue is probably like the biggest barbecue, yeah, like chain I've been to. Otherwise, yeah, I bought my dad a smoker. Like I can get crazy barbecue at home. Never heard of either of those. Mission Barbecue is, at least around my town, a bit newer. Pretty damn good. And they also will at least occasionally give like free meals to veterans. And I've got a veteran buddy, so he's like, give me the free grub. I'm in the South, so I'm just kind of surprised you haven't. That's the thing, I've kind of been in one state my whole life, so.
Yo.
I just have like such a small geographic reference for America. Got a bit of family elsewhere in the country, but you know, it's the kind of thing where it's like living in a bubble. As a Floridian, I could tell you that Publix is like the most common grocery store around. You know, because in Florida, there's so many Publixes. They're awesome and I love them, but oh my god, so many Publixes. And then you talk to somebody from the north and they're like, what the hell is a Publix? Decent amount of views, meanwhile YouTube's over here sleeping with 5. Yeah, I all of my recent YouTube popularity is from the YouTube Shorts, which I'm all for. I'm still gonna keep making YouTube Shorts. It seems like it doesn't quite translate to live viewers. Random stuff on the screen. I just need to have a lot going on. Better to entertain you. Better to sap your energy and steal your life essence. North or South Florida? Without getting any more specific than that, South. Which is good for me because the thing about being a Floridian is the more north you go in Florida, the more southern it becomes. So if you're on the Panhandle, it's it's hicks. It's like people with, you know, four-wheelers and let's go mudding, boys, kind of thing. And then you go to closer to Miami, and then it's just like rich northerners. Gators, oh, that's just everywhere. Adios, Jay. Yeah, gators in Florida, they're just the norm. Like, if you live in a neighborhood that, like, floods particularly bad when it rains, you're probably even gonna be, like, you're probably gonna see fucking, gators, like, in your neighborhood. Attention span cooked. I did, Apple. I'm just not reading it. Oh yeah. As a lifelong Floridian, I'm very used to living here. Like, I think it honestly, it's very specifically as somebody who wears a balaclava, like, just for hours on end. I am so used to heat that it doesn't matter. It could be 90 plus degrees, and I'll still be wearing the balaclava. Totally fine. Chug the beer. Oh, I'll give you a good sip, but this is Bud Light. This is like piss lager. I can't chug this crap. I mean, I just can't chug beer, like, period. But ugh. Can I handle cold? Not at all. Not at all. As in, because both of my two roommates in college were both guys that came from, one was from New York, the other was from Vermont. So, you know, even despite the fact that they had lived in Florida for a while, you've got a native New Yorker, a native Vermontian, whatever, and then me, a lifelong Floridian. Oh my god, I had to fight to basically keep my blood warm. We get snow from time to time. Over here, hell no. So, yeah, I think, I want to say anything past 71 or 72 degrees is where I start to get cold. So, I like the cold, I cannot handle it. But it's also a case of, like, whenever the hell I can move out of here, I'm gonna be more than ready. I've got... I feel like every other young Floridian has a wardrobe full, just full of jackets that they can just never wear. Because we have approximately 2 weeks of winter. 70, well, I mean, if you're talking 70 Celsius, well then, yeah, very hot. That's a classic Florida thing too, is I'll hear about people in, like, more closer to, like, Vegas, where it could be still well over, like, 90 degrees, but because it's the desert, it's such just a dry heat that there'll be people walking around with leather jackets in the summertime still. Meanwhile, that same Floridian or same person does that in Florida. First off, they're gonna be creating, like, an ecosystem within like their armpits within the first half an hour because of how much they're sweating. But oh my god, yeah, just the humidity is gonna suck the life out of you. 1 hour has passed. 1 hour for what? You gotta remember, I've got a streamer attention span. I will say something, ooh, lightning flash, and forget what I was saying 5 seconds later. What? 1 hour has passed the stream on YouTube. Oh. Oh, it's been an hour. Okay. Y'all worrying me. I was like thinking there was something I was supposed to do an hour ago that I forgot. You have to find the pattern of your block destroying. You know, sometimes I spiral, sometimes I don't. Also, I just saw for the first time, again, I'm sleeping on the 2BTT Discord side of things, but because of Apple's find, I saw in the Hunters Union, I saw that they have a role of like shame for people who find bases or stashes via spiral hunting. Like, it's really funny where these people will like show off a really beautiful looking base because, you know, the method of using, you know, how they find the base doesn't mean anything compared to what the base is. So it'll be a beautiful base, and then it's just like, you found this spiral hunting brawl of shame. Joke roll. Well, that's the thing. I don't. 2B is. I get it. There's a lot of inside jokes, but I don't give a crap about the Hunters Union. So I can never tell what's an inside joke and what's like actually breaking a rule over there. No. Don't even have to spiral to get that roll. Yeah, I like the idea of sharing hunting finds, but people just get so elitist when it comes to hunting. Cope is crazy at Hunters Union. Yeah, again, that was all that I was at least firsthand seeing, because yeah, I'm not trying to get back into the Loot Lords. No thanks. Don't need to be there on my main. I don't need an alt. I don't care. Good riddance. No Florida man. I feel like every Florida man is like at least somewhat used to a crazier life. But I'm definitely not a stereotypical Florida man. I'm not a big fisher, you know. I don't fish. So I'm not one of those like salt life people. I haven't wrestled a gator, and I'm yet to buy my first gun because I'm lazy, broke, and indecisive. We gotta do the inside of the group for us to the group, the inside of the, yeah. It's fucked up. Even I have guns. I mean, technically I have a gun, but it's like it's practically more of a family heirloom than like, because I haven't personally shot that thing in years. It's like a single shot, you know, like 22, just like a hunting rifle kind of thing. So it is a gun, but even as far as like just trying to have like a fun day at the range, it's not the most entertaining gun. But there was also my hiccup, because if you just want to buy like a gun in America, it's fucking crazy. You can buy a rifle, like just a 5.56 rifle, for probably $250 to $300. Like, it's absurd. But I wanted to get myself a nice 5.56 AK. So basically, yeah, like a NATO AK, which it's not absurdly expensive, but it was like $500 or $600, and it seems like I just always had a better use for that money than an actual gun. 5.56 AK. Well, here's the thing. Oh, also, the thing is, if you were talking even 5 years ago, if you wanted to buy an AK, and this is, oh, ads. Oh, wait. But, again, I'm kind of like I'm a bit of a gun dweeb from a distance. I don't own one, or again, technically I own one, but like I don't own an interesting one that I actively use. Yeah, I don't have. I'm like never at the range. I'm not an active gun person, but still, I like my milsim games and such, so it's pretty still easy to dweeb out about guns if you like, you know, FPS games. Back. Okay, so if you're talking 5 years ago, not only like pre-COVID, but more importantly, pre-Russo-Ukrainian war, if you were buying an AK, of course you buy a 7.62 AK, because that's what is affordable. The guns are cheaper, the ammo is cheaper. If you were buying a 5.56 AK, people would look at you like you had two heads. But now, you can't import guns from, you know, Russia as readily because, you know, there's an active war. So even getting the ammunition is a lot harder. So now, as long as you're an American, it's actually more economically feasible to get a 5.56 AK. Okay, problem with your plan there, Jesus Squad, is I'm never going to skydive. I am not. I mean, I can't say I'm not an adrenaline junkie is definitely not the right word, because I don't seek things out, but like I like having a nice dose of adrenaline, but especially if there's fast motion involved, roller coasters still freak me out. Sure, at least. I feel like I can get away without it. Just stereotypical American shirt. I've personally never had a Costco subscription, you know, membership. And I can't even remember the last time my family did. Again, Florida, we're a Publix family. Making progress. Just to try the food. Let's go, guys, because, yeah, like, it's one of those things. It doesn't need to be, like, literally a conspiracy theory of, like, Costco planted those guys. They conspired to get viral within the algorithm to boost sales across the country. But you also, like, those guys definitely were, like, getting paid by Costco at some point, right? Yeah, at least when I remember going to, at least as a kid, I remember being more interested in Sam's Club, because when you're a kid, you don't really care about getting, you know, bulk deals. You're just like, ooh, Sam's Club, they give a lot of, you know, free, like, sample handouts as you walk around. So I was just like, I want free food while my mommy shops. That's all I cared about. Big AJ, Good Dead. I literally know nothing about those guys. I've seen the meme, and that's like, I don't need to know the lore. Book buying is so worth it. I definitely try to buy things bulk, but especially buying stuff as a bachelor. Oh my god, I don't need to buy bulk. Like, it takes me so long to eat things that, like, oopsie. Yeah, there's plenty of times. I'd understand if I was buying for my whole family. I need to do the whole bulk, just because, you know, you're feeding 4 people per meal. It's gonna help buying bulk, but fuck that. You're a bachelor and you buy a 4-pack of cheese, like hamburger patties. That could be 4 dinners. Lately, again, I don't have any crazy tricks about buying bulk or anything. I'm just a faithful Aldi's shopper now. Those Germans, they got the logistics under wrap. British people in the Costco TikToks. I feel like those videos are kind of cliche, seeing people like blown away by a foreign grocery store. But also, I totally understand it. Because, like, everybody grocery shops, and it's the kind of thing where if I went across America to a different grocery store, I would probably still be like, oh wow, they got some crazy stuff here. And then, you know, when you're halfway across the world, it's going to be a bit more than like, oh, they have different methods of baking their in-store bread, it's gonna be like, oh, they have, they have escargot here. Guns are easier to get than toilet paper in 2020. That was a fun time. I was in college when everything was just locking down, so I just had, again, just total bachelor mode. I had like one roll of toilet paper that I had to make last all. I don't even remember how long specifically, but it was just like, I knew that I was like about to meet, my school was like literally shutting down, so I was about to go back home to my family with toilet paper aplenty. But for like that last week before I left, I was like getting concernedly close to zero toilet paper. I wonder what probably the most AFK way here, like right here, is just going back and forth, like complete hands off. Not even using any, auto walk. I'm not baritoning it, but would kind of like being a bit more AFK. Notebook paper? What the hell? That sounds like literal torture. The bidet during the COVID toilet paper shortage. Yeah, at my parents' house that there's 2 bathrooms. Now one of them has a bidet from probably about the same time. I like the bidet, but I also, I don't know why, but I feel like there's so many stereotypical things that people are like, oh, I've used it, I just found out, like, the luxury of a bidet, I am never going back, ever. I'm still fine with toilet paper. In the case of school toilet paper, it was never sandpaper. It was literally just like the thinnest paper you've ever seen. Like, if you like put it over like a page of text, you could just read the text through the toilet paper completely fine. Like, it's just completely just like transparent. It's just so thin. Especially with the American school system, I ended up with a iron bladder. That, yeah, just like never clean. And I was going to high school just when vapes, like, when I was in high school, but like it's at the age where nobody would have been vaping. You're literally what, 13, 14 or whatever. Like, I remember that's when like box mods were popular. Those, the huge things. Nexara. Yeah, it was just the huge, like, flashlight looking vapes. Those were becoming big. And then, yeah, like about middle of my high school experience was when everybody started to whip out the Juuls and stuff. And then, yeah, all of a sudden going to the bathroom is like a nightmare experience, because not only is there just a chance it's a disgusting, public school bathroom that people have been using and abusing, but also all of your teachers interrogate you before letting you go to the bathroom, because everybody at like 16 to 17 years old is already addicted to nicotine and needs to escape for a smoke break. I also remember walking in on one bathroom fight club thing, basically. Just walk in and there's just two dudes just beating the shit out of each other in the bathroom. That sentence doesn't sound right. They're fighting each other. Making progress, but like I said, I have no idea how long this is actually going to take from beginning to end. Would not be surprised if I don't do it all in this stream. What am I doing anyway? I'm just mining a chunk. I feel like this is kind of bucket list territory. If not for 2B, at least for Minecraft. Sometimes you just gotta dig a chunk all the way to bedrock. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I've got basically a bucket list of weird things to do on 2B. Because there's some stuff that, if you've got cool ideas for builds, you could be on 2B forever. There's an infinite amount of potential builds. But there's plenty of other stuff that, it's basically like an advancement. Speaking of, one of the things is to literally go and get all of the achievements in 2B2T. Prussian, British, and Russian. I feel like, by Prussian, just German. Prussians were one member of the, one German state. Alright, was it a state, or am I totally mixing that up and it's just like the name of the entire empire? But whatever. They're just German now. Russia's not part of Russia. Some of it, but not that much. Yeah, basically original Germany.
La mamá de la mamá
Yeah, here, let me pull up the music for a second. For reference, this DJ stuff we're listening to. Oop, wrong one. It's a DJ set from a moving car. At least a slime chunk? Not even. I just picked a spot at spawn and started. Okay. Hide those guys again, but yeah. A live car DJ set. Pretty killer. Are you okay, dude? I mean, fine, okay. Cause I'm mining a, I'm mining a chunk for no reason, so I'm probably not okay, but I feel fine.
Alert. The time
Classic song.
is now
Blinker.
4:20.
Well, gotta give it a second. It's not only out of battery, but it is like at its dying breaths. This cart, it is properly disgusting. Was thinking of getting a new one today, but then I was close to my scheduled stream start, and I just went, nah. Yeah. I mean, I've seen that word, but I also don't know what it is. The people of Indiana. Yeah, I'm too southern. That Thomas Robb. Where? The music or the TV? It's the music, probably not. If it's the TV, Pineapple Man, maybe. And by that, I don't know what his name is. Hopefully, it's cooled off. Yo, if it is, I'm gonna die laughing. That's kind of look like a younger version of him, but I don't think so. Can I find any? I could literally reverse image search, but by like looking up words, I don't think I would ever be able to find that pineapple image again. I want to say I might have gotten that off of 4chan like a decade ago. Like, I just have a lot of weird photos I've accumulated from over the years that have no real explainable source. Because even if, you know, I got it from the internet, you know, it's not like people were really doing a lot of internet archival stuff. Ooh. Yeah, you gotta be pulling my chain. I'll believe it when I see it. That was like kind of the heyday of 4chan. You could have just like embarrassing pictures of people that looked like they should be memes, but they weren't actually going to get recirculated a billion times. So if you did save any of these weird images, looking back, yeah, it's just like you have no idea what the story behind any of it is. Hi. Howdy doody. Definition, no. I didn't bother looking it up. That looks like something that belongs on Urban Dictionary. So I best not. I have a passive rule about not Googling too much on stream, because even though I'm not like showing what I Google, I'm not gonna show some horrific stuff. I also don't need to be getting baited into talking about some like horrific things. Nope, this I mean, it's a similar distance away from spawn as the mammoth. Yes, I'm doing this by hand. It's gonna take me ages. All of several hours. Yeah, I just have to tick this off my bucket list of 2B. Everybody at some point just needs to mine a lot of blocks. And if those load of blocks happen to be an entire chunk, it looks pretty cool. For a second, Apple, I thought you meant like griefing a base. Oh yeah, I don't use TNT, I mine it. Also, Apple, I'm thinking that I need to just like really shove any clips I have from the trading post grief. I just need to shove that towards Kill It and get him to push some content out of it, because just in the course of building the mammoth, there's so many people on YouTube that are like, why would anybody destroy such a beautiful creation? And it's like, ugh, if these guys know what actual bases I've blown up. How's the hole going? It's certainly going. Well, as somebody who loves editing, learn to do it yourself. How to be your type of facial visual? What do you mean by that? Your opinion on onions? Delicious. Can't get enough of them. Still cry when I cut them. What software do you use to record? If I'm just trying to record from my POV, I use OBS. It's also what I'm streaming with. But for like looking back in retrospect stuff, Flashback. Which, yeah, Flashback, it's just the modern replay mod. Jesus Squad, I swear you are like playing, you're like speaking a different language over there, dude. You don't if you don't play 2B. Well, many people would disagree, but I think it's a part of the server. Ads. Gonna put Dripstone at the bottom. I could, but it's not actually gonna like kill anybody. You know, not like it's a hidden trap when it's a whole chunk wide. And if you have anything, you know, any slight modifications to your client, you're probably not, you know, gonna fall for such a stupid little trap. BSB, what about the BSB, Preston? BSB is goated. I don't even know that much about him. I think the last time I watched a BSB video was probably before I even like started really playing. You wait in a long queue to join 2BTT. I wait. Oh, I have 3 accounts that wait through the queue, but this main account of mine, I pay to bypass the queue. 20 a month priority queue. If you are like an actual routine player, it's just a necessity to play. Howdy, howdy, Moose. This you're really trying to make me guess Latin over here? I don't have a damn clue. Preston, he really do be the GOAT. He tries. Disgusting and not hitting. Want me to tell you? Sure. I'm not Googling it. Dr. Donuts chat pissed me off. They don't really know what happens on the server, but they don't gotta make shit up. Again, that's just gonna be, yeah. That's just gonna be what happens. I did pull up, when Dr. Donut was on stream. I had to pull it up and I skimmed it just to find him at spawn, finding one of my Kilgore's watching map arts. And what the hell? His YouTube chat, which again isn't going to be like that much of a crossover with mine. There's some people that are like, well, that's the Mammoth guy. And then there's other people who are like, don't open his Twitch page. He's a bad guy. I mean, can I get a shout out? Hi, Luke. But yeah, it's the... Again, as you said, I know they don't know what they're talking about when it comes to 2B, but oh my god. I mean, otherwise, pretty... As somebody who is an active 2B player, a lot of... If there is some outside content creator venturing into 2B2T for a brief stint on the oldest Anarchy server... Oh, there goes the pick. It's gotta be, like, a content creator you already liked. So, like, Onipixel, I play Counter-Strike, I already liked Onipixel. I thought it was interesting when he joins. But... yeah, like, I don't know who's gonna be watching Dr. Donut when he's on 2B besides just regular Dr. Donut viewers. That's Vincent. What's this? I mean, if you're also talking like accuracy of history. What's the one guy? Pitfall. Pitfall makes. It's to be fair, it's not even like videos. I think he has 2 2B2T videos, but Pitfall is the guy who made that one like multi-hour long all of 2B history video. Credit to that guy. I literally lied to him. Oh yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I just came in my room with a potato. Irish shit. History of Skyblock shit. Yeah. Pitfall, it looks like Pitfall's been around when it comes to the different Minecraft communities, because I saw, yeah, he had some like Skyblock, you know, like Hypixel content, but he's also been like fully on the 2B train lately. He literally said it's all wrong. That's the thing. I also, as an active player, I don't want to be like held responsible for trying to make that kind of content, because when I am inevitably wrong about things, I can't just be like some mysterious YouTuber that just vanishes when I get something wrong and it's just like, whatever. Views are views. I'll have people actually on 2B bitching at me forever. Okay, dimensional bridge. Did he? Love it stuck forever. Well, that's the thing. If you say something factually incorrect about 2B in a live stream and one person or 2 people pass it on, you know, that's not that much misinformation being spread. Compare that to, yeah, you're making YouTube videos that'll get 1 million views and it's just like completely wrong. Huge amount of misinformation spreading. Do I have a base or do I just build random things? Both. Got a base, but I also just build a lot of random things. I end up getting a lot more fun from like at this point in, my 2B career, I have a decent amount of blocks stashed up. If I wanted to make some huge, crazy elaborate build, I have blocks at my disposal. But
TSHR is now following.
I end up having so much more fun just like building with stone at spawn. And thanks for the follow. Watching it on YouTube and Twitch, and it's raking it in. And by that, now that you're on Twitch, you'll be getting channel points. So you can spend 100, and you can change the TV in the corner. Nope, 200. My mistake. Inflation. Digcast or Dr. Enderpickle show. I've watched Digcast. I only know of the Dr. Enderpickle show. That's the thing, though. I don't like podcast content, so when it comes to a lot of these like 2B conversations, I end up skipping a lot of them. I'm a history guy. Yeah, I don't care as much. And I'm participating in the daily history anyhow. How much do I really need to know about the ancient past? Need more music. Screenshot archive? I swear that already exists. And I want to say it's run by some... Oh, Jay took it down. Oh, well, then rip. Pusha trying to get me to turn my ad blocker off. Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. You probably just don't have to. Or at least with a different plugin, maybe. Yeah, that's a classic thing nowadays. It's just Google hates all ad blockers. Twitch has hated all ad blockers for years. But it's just it's a cat and mouse game. They're never going to completely get rid of ad blockers, so. And I really like to live as much of an ad-free life as possible. Because even beyond just like, nobody likes to watch ads, but also think about how many ads you watch over the course of a year. YouTube, TV, Snapchat, like literally any time some app interjects an ad into your stream, think about there's a timer in your brain that just starts timing. You waste so much time on just ads. So, I don't really need to give my attention span to, whatever up-and-coming gambling company is all the rage currently. YouTube is making me watch more ads than a couple years ago. can somewhat believe it too. Because if there was anything about like an adpocalypse, if there's less advertisers, what do? You just play some of the same ads more often. Which another 50 minutes. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit. Take out this whole chunk. Oh yeah. Oh, we just changed the TV channel. AJ reminds me, I might need to get into trying out some speedrunning Half-Life on stream. Because as much as I love Tubi, I just like need other things to stream. Sometimes I just don't want to play Tubi. Sometimes I want to stream, but I'm just like stuck somewhere on Tubi and I literally can't. 8 minutes until the jugular reveal. Like I gotta like slice it open, like reveal the jugular? Because I don't think I can... beyond my life, that would definitely be breaking some TOS rules. Oh boy, I gotta reveal my my scruffy, way beyond a shadow. It's just like scruffy neckbeard now. And I've got friends who just still like cannot grow facial hair, and when you're at my age and you're still not growing facial hair, you're probably like never gonna grow facial hair. But oh my god, I'm like unfortunately hairy. Also, I could have done the math to see how many blocks I'd roughly have to break for this, but yeah. Kinda went in blind. I was just like, I should mine a chunk. And now I'm here. Hold on. Remembered my phone's across the room. I'll finish this layer first. Gotta run across the room. Right here. Also, I've got some golems in my e-chest, and I feel like at some point I just gotta like start populating this hole. Like, it's a small cave, but if there's any other like cool intersecting caves, like maybe down there, just gonna throw some golems around. Say cheese if you're kicking
Outwip
this.
Dwit is now following.
Oh boy. Hello, hello. Well, how long have I been at it? 2 hours? This is definitely not halfway done. But did I use TNT? That's no fun. It also would not be nearly as smooth. And at least once every 2B player just needs to pick up a pickaxe and start mining out a chunk. Bucket list territory. Might not need a good reason beyond you just felt like it. And you can. Man, there's been like no. This like gravel deposit is like the first thing of non-stone I ran into. Jesus Christ, in the 2B chat, somebody really just went exclamation point GPT, what's this guy's address? Jesus Christ. That'd be some crazy chat GPT use. I'm not done yet, but I am gonna take a quick peep over who else is streaming 2B tonight. I'm not done, but I definitely felt like the first slight feeling of stone sickness. Too much mining. Like, Killet's on late. Mooses too. Well, try and get as much done as I can crammed in here, and then maybe we'll go see what's going on. Blocked my Twitch comment? Don't think so. Your account might just get like blocked, but I didn't see anything. I didn't do anything.
Yo.
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 Oh.
Yo. Yo.
So much emotion in so few words. Neck reveal? I probably already revealed my neck. Not gonna get much insight there. What a neck. Man, he really is pale. Headset tent reveal. No, because that would be a face reveal, but also headset over the balaclava, the dent is so much worse. Because the cloth, like, the dent itself isn't as dramatic, but it like, you know, spreads the pressure across more of your head. You let the YouTube trolls in. Nah, that's just called YouTube. Queso streaming. Damn. I didn't know I was fighting for an audience with him. I feel like I could probably finish one more pickaxe tonight. I just keep up the steam. Yeah, this would like definitely be a fatal fall. At least now, again, it's not really a trap, but it's a bizarre obstacle, for sure. I feel like I've barely let go of mouse click this entire stream. It could be worse. I could be having to spam left click, but instead it's just like I haven't let go in so long. Is that music? Nope, one more song. Very nice. Yeah, I just gotta really automate my music more. I like being able to go and pick and choose directly in control of the vibes, but it's also a bit annoying after having to pick every new music set. If it's just like it goes to just like a seaside interlude. Kind of clashes with the very disco-y, funky music, but I like it. Somebody thinks this is a chunk error. They could, but was a chunk error like a true chunk error? I feel like you wouldn't like a real chunk error also have no bedrock. But I do know they've also just like regenerated bedrock. So it's possible, but most people probably aren't gonna think that's what this is. They're just gonna go by and go, whoa, some dude wasted a lot of his time there. I feel like yeah, somebody brought it up before, using TNT. I didn't want to, but at this point I'm now starting to think maybe I should have just given in and at least like started with a TNT duper. But it is what it is. It's gonna look a lot cooler in the replay when it's me literally mining it just by hand. Wish there was more intersecting caves. As is, basically just have to wait till we hit the deep slate for actually interesting stuff. Never mind, he banned me. Who? What? Queso. Queso Bandy. I don't even know how you managed to get banned from like a streamer that big. Okay. I can feel the burnout starting to take hold. Okay, gotta speed this along. I wanted to see if I could finish off this pickaxe, and I don't think I've even gotten another quarter finished. We're at Y level 22. Not too shabby. Smoking weed, not today. But I usually do partake. And hallelujah, living in a nice legal state. By that, you know, it's at least what I consume is legal. Good old Delta 8. I'm pretty sure it's federally legal, not just even on a state-by-state basis. Yeah, I partake, but I try to not, trying to, you know, not have it be like a mainstay, like main part of the stream, because I don't want to be one of those people who, like, just like only smokes on their live stream. Like, they're basically not playing the game, they're just sitting there smoking. Not only not entertaining in my eyes, but 16 people are watching you through your window. Yeah, they're gonna call the cops, man. But yeah, no, it's like, I live in a legal state. I'm fine with partaking, but I just don't want it to be a main thing about the stream. This is 2B2T. It's not like I'm, you know, a mainstay of like middle school Minecraft YouTube, but at the same time, I don't really want to, you know, put that too front and center, because it is still Minecraft. There is going to be viewers on the younger side. Quiet. I'm gonna turn it up, and then just you wait. The second I turn it up, it's gonna get super loud on me. I'm 11. Yeah, jeez. Again. Yeah, don't take me as a role model. You can take inspiration from my my Minecraft habits, but not my life habits. Yeah, like that's just crazy to me, because that means like you were the 2B2T server is older than you, which not only makes me feel like a complete old man, but also scares me. What am I doing? One layer. Bit over half durability on the pickaxe. I got a little bit more energy in me. Give me a book right now. Say something in German. I do not have a book. If you're talking a book handy, like in Minecraft, I don't have those handy. And if you're talking real life, you don't also not really have them handy. But I feel like you probably wouldn't be able to read. That's one thing. I put so many weird filters on my cameras. You just like can't read anything. Like one of the other streams, I was trying to just show the label of a bottle, and you just like couldn't understand what it said. Entire case of beer. I don't have that either. I believe your German knowledge, though. I'm like, as many Americans are, vaguely German, so there was definitely a point in my life where I was like, oh yeah, if I learn a foreign language, I totally learn German. That would be awesome. And then you grow up a bit, and then you realize that if you are going to learn a foreign language, that is a lot of time. So you might as well make the foreign language, like, useful to you. And as an American, German is never useful. Like, I was even, like, a regular at a very nice German restaurant for a bit when I was in college. You don't need to, like, actually speak it. Not one of the... It's not a single person there. Like, it was a very authentic German place as far as their, you know, their food menu was concerned. They're all just... It's staffed by half college kids and the other half American adults. Like... German's not gonna play too much in your hand. Well, I'm gonna guess with my non-German knowledge that you're asking what is the restaurant. In which case, I'd love to talk about it, but unfortunately, that would almost definitely at least dox where I used to live. Hello, Luke. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome back. Okay, I think I actually can finish off this pickaxe after all. I said I've just like not let go of mouse 1 though. I've just been mining for so long, my fingers starting to get tired. Important that you translate. I was hoping you'd just kind of go back to English. Pero es posible para mí, you know, yo hablo en pequeño. Pero mi español es no muy bien. Mi cabeza es muy pequeño y mi escuela años pasado. There's my legally required Spanish for the stream. Gotta show I still remember some things. That's the thing, like, I know enough Spanish that I could, if I was literally in a Spanish-speaking country, I could probably get by in a touristy area, but, like, any actual Spanish speaker comes to me, and I'm just gonna be like, oh my god, please slow down. Can you write this down? Just mining the chunk? I'm just mining the chunk, and I'm probably not even gonna finish that. So I've been at it going on 2.5 hours. Yeah. Made a dent for sure, but also I've got a lot to go. And it's only gonna get worse with the deep slate. So I think I'm on a timer now. Use a squad. I'm sorry, bud, but you're like talking in riddles over here, and like I gotta be honest, I can't even be bothered to like tab out to Google anything half the time when I'm streaming. I can't really be going on a scavenger hunt to decipher your message. Do I not have tooltips on? SMH. Let's see, we're at Y level 14. I think we'll probably make it to about Y level 0. And then we're toast. The first S. Translate. Oh. I didn't even translate that, so. Soka. I feel like a lot of these, a lot of where I get this music from ends up, it's like a German-based DJ thing. So they end up with a lot of, yeah, like Ukrainian, Russian DJs. Yeah, a lot of Slavic electronic artists. And I swear, some of these musics, like the music now is tainted because I just feel like it belongs in some combat footage or something. Like, I hear Slavic, fast, like EDM, and it just doesn't sit right. Eat an entire cabbage or box of beer and weed? Probably the box of beer and weed. Eating, I mean, I like cabbage, but I've never just sat there and ate an entire cabbage. I assume it's a bit unpleasant, but also I'm a cheapskate. I'll take the beer. For 1.18, the bedrock used to stop at Y1. Yeah, but unfortunately, now we are well past. So I might stop at basically the equivalent, which is honestly kind of then fitting if the point where I end my stream is like where the bedrock would have been a couple of years back. But yeah, there's more than that. I just had the thought. I should have been lying the whole time, and I'm not collecting any of these blocks that I'm mining. I should have been like, oh yeah, I'm collecting resources for the next mammoth build. I really need this stone, guys. English or Spanish? In Spanish to everyone here. I have like all 3 Spanish viewers, and most of them, and by most, all of them except I think Luke, have a thorough understanding of English, and Luke just enjoys the vibes. He goes wherever 2B2T is being live streamed. Also, another thought that I probably should have been having 3 hours ago. Probably should have built a beacon, but too late now. Gonna make a hot pocket, 1 or 2. If that's a question, definitely 2. But also, you can always make 1 hot pocket, and then if you still want another hot pocket, you can go make another hot pocket. You cook 2 hot pockets and then you only eat 1, well, then you're out of hot pocket. But I'm also a realistic man. I know if I'm eating hot pockets, probably not stopping at 1. Level 12 we're on now. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like perfect with my pickaxe durability. We hit Y level 0, and then we're donezo for the night. Three lapis. I pity the person who would ever have to do this in survival because like they actually need the stone and all the old. Mosquito. Fully overstimulation. Welcome. Name of the game. Yeah. It's a little bit farther. Yeah, very good timing. Pickaxe almost broken. Beer almost consumed. At 10:30. I feel like the past couple weeks, my internal clock has just always been off somehow. Either it feels way later than it is, or way earlier. Yeah, I've just been like totally off time-wise. Which I also got to get back in check if I want to, you know, have a consistent stream schedule. It's if I'm just like editing YouTube videos, you know, working on shorts. It doesn't matter if I'm working till 3 a.m. as long as the work gets done. If I'm streaming at 3 a.m., like nobody's just coming to watch. Y10, Y8. Almost out of here. I think this is our first diamond. Wow. You know what? I'll collect it just to have it. Even more. I'm gonna be a rich man. Also, fortunately, the shulker of picks that I just keep readily on me at any given time is like 80% Silk Touch picks. Which at a time like this, when I could be, you know, going for longer with each pick if it wasn't Silk Touch, because then I'm mining the ores, getting experience. Nah, I'm just gonna get handed like useless blocks of coal ore. Messed up. Welcome back. You haven't missed much besides us getting closer to the end goal. Y0. Pickaxe actually might not make it. In which case, I'm willing to get a new pickaxe just to carry me the rest of the way. I'm gonna get to Y0. That's my new goal. Getting down there. What? I do not know what you are asking. Oh Lord. Well, they're furry because I'm not gonna be dating a man, period. I am very boringly straight. So kind of takes one option out immediately. Pick is getting low. Would you rather date a virtual blonde girl or a soap with a hole? I think that's, I don't even need to answer. You can probably just make a reasonable assumption on that one. Almost out of here. I can smell Y level 0. We are so close. Oh, pick's going. Yeah, Jesus Squad is very contrary to the topic at hand. Probably neither. Gonna make the safe guess of none of the above. Non-silk touch. Get that out of here. Stream quality has degraded significantly since you started streaming on YouTube. Listen, I gotta be honest, I'm pretty sure I've been on YouTube the entire time you've been playing 2B. I wasn't always popular on YouTube, but I've been multi-streaming over there for a while. Okay, that's much more reasonable. Also, it's ahead on YouTube. Yeah, Twitch just like doesn't like the low latency modes. Meanwhile, like, YouTube is just like, whatever, man. Feed me your whatever bitrate you got. Bandwidth, whatever. Gimme. Twitch is like, whoa, too much bandwidth? Whoa, buddy, we're gonna have to cap you. We can't be having your streams be too good. Hey, and we're right about at it. The deep slate's beginning. What is chat? Only cap lock? Just how it goes. Hallelujah. Deep slate. I'm going at it for over 2 hours, yeah. You're about to witness the end, because I'm at Y level, right where I'm standing here. This is Y level 4. I'm calling it quits for the night at Y level 0. But yeah, I've basically haven't let go of mouse click 1. I've tucked so many holes like that, it's almost set. Yeah, everybody's either done it a bunch or like never done it. I've never. So I gotta just do, gotta do it like at least once. And so yeah, it's funny because there's either people being like, oh yeah, I've done that before, or people going, what the hell is wrong with you? Why would you ever want to do that? You get arthritis in your finger. I mean, if I was gonna get arthritis in my finger, I would think it would be from overuse, not just holding the mouse button down for a long time. Have access to beacons. I get haste beacon. Yeah, I kind of thought about that like 15 minutes ago, and I'm just gonna not, because I'm at spawn, so like, well, whatever. one thing too is like when you're already doing something that is like arguably unnecessary, like building or digging an entire chunk out, it's like, do I really need to be doing it max efficiency? Because I already have no real reason to be digging this to begin with. You should play Sniper Elite 5. I want to say I might have played like the first or the second Sniper Elite game, but I'm an old man now. Had to mine chunks for farms and stuff like that. Thankfully, I've still gotten away without clearing any land. I was concerned for a point I was going to have to clear out a bunch of nether to make a efficient gold farm. Don't need to. What, I think it was gonna be a slime farm, but it wasn't a fucking slime chunk. I think I remember I don't remember if that was my chat or if it was just watching some other stream when you came in and were like, I just wasted so much time. Do you remember hearing about that? Whoa, whoa. I think I told you, yeah, I do recall. What farm takes ages to build? It's not too bad. At least on 2B, thankfully, because it's the kind of thing where if you want like a really big, very efficient farm, you need a shitload of obsidian. So if you're doing some weird, non-2B, you're playing like a SMP with your friends, your sources of obsidian is like the end towers, like the obsidian towers from the Ender Dragon fight. Beyond that, you're not going to be having a lot of fun. Compare that to 2B2T. Oh, you want to build a gold farm? Oh yeah, let me just grab some old duped E chests. So but also, if you're not on 2B, you can do like the wither obsidian farms like at the end portals. But yeah, 2B, not happening. Copy everything chatted I can. What do you mean by that? Man's turning us into the feds. Good morning, Vietnam. And in concrete dupers over an obsidian farm any day. Oh yeah. I mean, 2B, we do still have duped concrete, but I feel like getting sand now is just never fun. Even if you're just doing like fully automated baritone kind of means of farming it, it's just that's how 2B is set up. Everything you could ever need is out there somewhere. Yeah, again, it's a very weird way to play the game because it's like it's almost creative mode as far as blocks, but it's just not quite. And again, it's the difference between like, oh, blocks that were E-chests, something that were duped galore way back when. You're basically in creative mode. There's a bajillion E-chests in 2B2T. Anything related to obsidian is using old duped E-chests. Compare that to you want a mace on 2B2T, then you're still dealing with like basically the supply and demand like any other server. So it is a fun mix. Plus, it also ends up with some weird scenarios too, where sometimes you'll have one player who is a bit more established, and so because they've been around on 2B for a while, they have countless dubs of old duped items, but at the same time, they're not a very active modern 2B2T player. So yeah, if they want to make a new build with the new pale oak wood, they're gonna have to trade for it because they have hundreds of dubs of e-chests, but yeah, like one shulker of pale oak wood, they don't have a but a grown-ass man or 20 11-year-olds, probably a grown-ass man, considering I am also a grown-ass man. But also, any fight that I'm getting into, I am losing. I got some intimidation factor because I'm a tall motherfucker, but I'm also like a stick figure, so I still don't look that intimidating, and if I actually do get in a fight, I'm gonna have my ass handed to me. Oh, my level 1. We're here, gentlemen. The last layer. Nice Iron Cook. That doesn't mean anything. Bye, Preston. Yeah, Cook is not going to be turning any person into like a superhuman fighter. I feel like if anything, it's just going to make somebody who might not have gotten into a fight in the first place be like antsy and like easy to irritate, that like, yeah, a fight that they wouldn't normally get in, they would get in, but I'm still going to be fighting the man. If you're fighting 20 11-year-olds, you're going to get like literally ripped apart. It's like a miniature zombie horde. I can't say I'm experienced in the world of Coke, but I don't think that's necessarily how it works. Of all my very long laundry list, yeah, I don't really have the experience there, but I still don't think that's how it works. Bada boom. Honestly, from a distance, that kind of looks like it does go down to bedrock. But it doesn't. Which is deep slate deep. But that would kill a man, for sure. Fatal fall distance. Certainly. What? Seriously, like 3 hours of streaming for this much? To be fair, I did mess up a little bit. I think I wasted like half an hour of digging in places where I forgot to record with flashback, so I just had to give up and go elsewhere. I just noticed the face cam. Yeah, that's a reoccurring thing. But anyways, time to see who's still streaming to be. You're over on YouTube. I'll be raiding out over on Twitch soon, so you can hop over to the Twitch, join in with the raid, or you could just vanish into the ether. I've got other content for you to watch. There's also just always something else in the world of YouTube. Actually, Killed's probably, the person I'm about to raid to is probably also multi-streaming on YouTube. So, if you're really interested in following the live stream, you probably still could just over on the YouTube side of things. It's just baiting me to punch the screen. Paying you to spend all your time here and watch all the ads so I slowly earn pennies over time. Okay. It's been a pleasure. Whenever I'm back, yeah, you know how Tubi goes. I'll be doing something. Actually, chances are I'll probably just be back at this chunk, finishing off my whole down to bedrock, but there's always something new that I could be doing on Tubi. It's a big wide world. So, thanks for watching. Like I said, join us with the raid, release into the ether. It's your choice. Have fun. Have a good night. Bye bye bye. Build a new BAMF maybe. I don't think so, but stay tuned. There still will be. I have literally no time frame on it because I haven't even assembled the blocks, but there's going to be minimum one final Mammoth update beyond what's already released. So there's still more to come. Okay. Adios. Have fun with the raid. Bye bye bye.
Push me to the